Hi there, this is Dr. Embody. I teach the online section, and for my students I provide a little bit of an introduction to most, if not all, the programming projects. And since they're just online, I share them with everybody. The one thing, if you're one of the on-campus students, you'll notice that the Python that the online students is a little different. We use the Anaconda one. I just happen to like it a lot better. I think it's better for my students. So you'll notice that little difference, but that's really it. So let's take a look at computer project number 1. And this is just calculating wind chill. And if you take a look at this, we specify on here what you're going to do, which is to prompt for two things, do a calculation, and then display something. And what you have is, what we have done here is we have gone out to the internet, and there is a formula for wind chill, and it's down here on the bottom of this page, and we've just copied it over. And what we've done is you can see in this equation, it says T is air temperature, V is wind speed. So when we had the T, we called it air temp, and when there was a V, we called it airspeed. Otherwise, it's exactly the same formula. So we just took this formula and we rewrote it in Python for you. And that ends up being the calculation that you have to do in this step right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something completely different. What I'll do is I will take just a different equation doing something else and show you how I would write a program to do that. So here's an equation for if I give you, again, I found this on the internet, if I give you an X that is the month, like January is 1, February is 2, and so on, then this expression here will tell you how many days there are in the month. And so it's a very similar thing. Here's an equation, here's a mathematical expression. Write a program that takes some input and calculates it. So let me bring up a spider to work in, and I'm going to start with a new program. And the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to copy this expression in. All right. Now it's incomplete because we want this to be part of a whole statement, and we're calculating, in this case, days, and I'm going to label it as an int like that. Now it's not very nice to have X in there, so let's use the editing here to find and replace text. So I'm going to look for the X's, and I'm going to replace it with something more meaningful, such as month as an int. Now I have this looking a little bit better. And let me give myself a little more room. I'll move that out of the way. So now we have this equation, and we can see on the right-hand side of this equation, highlighted in yellow there, are the fact that, oh, I need month ints. And so what I'm going to do is I need to now input that. So we take month int, and we're going to input month. I like to put a space after that. And now what I will do is I like to print things out. I will print the my month int, and away we go. All right. So first thing I need to do is I need to save this thing, and so I'll just put it on my desk. No, let's not put it on my desktop. Let's cancel this. Let me show you another thing here. Up in the upper right hand corner, I can set the directory that I have it in. And so I want to put it in my 231 spring projects, project 1 directory. So I'll put everything in there. Here we go. Okay, so now when I save this, I can call, I'm going to put it into that directory. Oops. There's my proj1 directory, and I am going to call it proj1.proj01.py. Okay. So now I have it in there, and I can run this thing. Now the first thing we note is that down in the right-hand corner here is my my console, and there it is. It says input a month, exactly what I had right there. So I'm going to input a month, and let's put in the month 11. Okay. Now, right away, this thing blows up on me because it says, you know, let's look at this error message down here. It says that I have an unsupported operand type /4 on str. So we've come across it's working left to right. It says I take 28 and add a month in, and then I take a month in and I divide by 8. And what's the problem? Well, notice the str. And if I go up here into the variable explorer, I will see that month int has a type of string. Okay, and its value is 11. You can ignore this. This is something from earlier on that I was playing around with. So that's the problem, is I'm trying to do arithmetic on a string, and what I really want is a number. All right, so there's how I read the error message. There's some of the clues that I have. So let's fix that. And what I'm going to do is go back in here, and remember, whenever an input comes in, it comes in as a string. And so I'm going to fix this. I'm going to call that month string because that's what comes in. Month int is going to be if I take that month string and convert it to an int. All right, and so let's we'll save that. We'll run it. And now it says down here on the right, it says input a month. I'll put in 11, and well, it did some calculation. Not only did it do the calculation, we can see up here on the up in the variable explorer up here that you know, my month string came in as a string that's actually of 2 digits. And then it got converted to an integer. That's the number 11. They don't look different here, but in fact they are because the types are different. And then I've calculated days to be 30 days, which is the correct number of days for the 11th month, which is November. But it would be nice to display it. So let's go print days in month. Let's see, what is it? My month, and our days int. And so let's see what happens when that gets run. Let's run this thing, and we see, all right, let's this time put in the 10th month. It says days in month 10 are 31. Okay, so that's October. It's got 31 days, and we're now good. I had that print in there just so I could check values as they come along, so I'll clean it up with that. I still need to put some comments in there, but I now have a program that will, you know, it's very similar to what you are doing. Right? You know, I prompt for something with input. That gives me a string. I convert that to an int. I do my calculation, save it in some value, then I print out some nice words and the value of interest. Now this isn't very robust. If I were to enter a month like an A instead of a number, then it will give me, it will generate an error. If I put in a month like 1,000, it will give me a number, but it won't be nonsensical. But in any case, for a first program, there we have it. So give it a try. Good luck.